In this moment, let's delve deep into the first house of the Zodiac, also known as the House of Self. The first house, House of Self, Ascendant. The concept of astrological houses traces its origins to the Hellenistic period of astrology, which began around the 3rd century BC. The first house, being the beginning of the zodiac wheel, has always held a pivotal role in the interpretation of an individual's birth chart. Historically, it was a point where life began in the chart and signified the moment of birth, which is why it's also called the ascendant. Sign traits. Aries, ruled by Mars. Aries, as the first sign of the zodiac, naturally corresponds to the first house. Here's an expanded view on its 5 sign traits. The first sign, assertive. Aries, ruled by Mars, is associated with war and action. This gives Aries natives the drive to act decisively and without hesitation. The second sign, pioneering. They're often the trailblazers, the ones who venture where others haven't. They're not afraid to try new things and often lead the way. The third sign, confident. Their confidence sometimes borders on arrogance, but it's this self-assuredness that allows them to take risks. The fourth sign, bravery. They have a courageous spirit and are less likely than others to back down from challenges. The fifth sign, childlike innocence. Despite their warrior-like tendencies, Aries possesses a genuine, childlike innocence. They approach the world with wonder and straightforwardness. Now let's take a look at 3 concepts related to the first house. The first concept is that of appearance. The first house governs physical appearance, including facial features, physique, and even the way one carries oneself. It's not just about looks. It's about the aura and energy a person exudes. For example, someone with Venus in the first house might be perceived as particularly attractive or may place a lot of value on their appearance. Meanwhile, Mars might lend a more athletic or assertive look. Next, we have personality. While the sun sign is often associated with core personality, the first house and the ascendant sign dictate the immediate impression one makes on others. It's the outer layer of the personality, the part of you that people meet first. A strong first house presence could make someone memorable. They might have a magnetism that draws people in, or an assertiveness that demands attention. Lastly, we have general outlook. How one perceives and interacts with the world is largely colored by the first house. This general outlook can determine whether a person is optimistic, pessimistic, or somewhere in between. Planetary placements can influence this outlook. For instance, Jupiter might lend a more optimistic view. Meanwhile, Saturn might cause a person to be more cautious or even a bit pessimistic. If you want to know more about your own association to the sign traits and concepts of the first house, check out the link in the description box for this video. Moving forward, here are 5 additional insights on the first house. 1. Life approach. The first house can also give insights into a person's general approach to life. Are they aggressive, passive? Do they wait for opportunities or do they chase after them? 2. Health. Traditionally, the first house has some rulership over the physical body and its vitality. It can give insights into one's overall health and vitality. 3. Beginnings. Just as Aries is the start of the zodiac, the first house rules over beginnings of all kinds. This could be the start of projects, relationships, or any new venture. 4. Personal interest. The first house can also provide information about a person's interests and hobbies, especially those they might take a particular initiative in. 5. Planetary influence. If a person has a planet, or several, in the first house, that planet's energy becomes intertwined with their personality and self-presentation. For instance, Mercury might make someone come across as talkative or intellectual. Meanwhile, the moon could make them appear more nurturing or emotional. So, here's the key takeaway. In the grand scheme of a birth chart, the first house is foundational. This house represents the self in its most immediate form, From the mask we show to the world to the way we initiate actions and projects. Understanding the ascendant and any planets within the first house can provide valuable insights into one's immediate reactions, strengths, challenges, and even their physical attribute. Remember, while the first house is pivotal, it is just one piece of the intricate puzzle of a birth chart, and all houses and planetary placements interplay to form the complete astrological profile of an individual. Finally, if this video has been educational or entertaining for you in any way, be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth content on the subject. As always, we plan to produce content on astrological and zodiac-focused topics for a long time to come. And as usual, thanks for supporting this channel with your time and attention. Until next time, take care.
You can access your own unique birth chart through the link in the description box.